chakra is the foundation of your entire life, also called the first chakra. It's located around the anus and represents the parts of the body from that place down to your feet. When I talk about grounding, this begins with the root, connecting the root to the earth. And to be grounded, one must be in one's body. So the root chakra has a tremendous amount to do with physical issues, but also emotional and energetic issues about support. Cultivating a grounding practice means filling in the gaps of when one didn't feel supported earlier in life. Now, the root chakra, as the foundation of your life, its health determines the health of every other part of your life. Doing any kind of intuitive, psychic, healing, integrating other life work, it always requires beginning in the root and working on getting the root chakra, the first chakra, online and healthy. Your fears about survival, and therefore this life and other life fears about death, your fears about being supported by life, about being able to monetarily support yourself, physically survive in the world, including in our modern context with money, the exchange of money, etc. All of that is about the root chakra. How you feel about being in a physical body has everything to do with this root chakra. Imprinted in your first or root chakra is everything that was going on in your family system when you were born. The energetic, psychic, hand-me-down imprint is in your root chakra. Essentially, I like to describe it as you were born into a weather or a climate, a weather system, some weather events that were already happening. And you're imprinted by what was happening. Psychological, intellectual, emotional, energetic, the fears, the passions, the doubts, how your family felt about God or religion or spirituality or all of it, art, culture, all of that imprinted your root chakra immediately upon birth. This is also having to do with what was going on for you in the womb, what impressions and imprints and energetic stuff you may have collected while you were in utero. And then many people pass through the mother's root chakra to be born. And so there is an imprint there. And then, of course, in the family environment, as a baby, dealing with those people for the very first time, there is more imprinting on the root chakra. So I'll talk to you in your adulthood, and I will constantly, with the root chakra, take you back to your childhood. This is absolutely critical. This notion of feeling supported or not began then. So you might say, I have a money issue. I have a physical survival issue. I have a fear about my health. I have this. Anything like that will always relate back to what was going on when you were born. What imprinted you in utero and then when you were born. Every single thing. So good work on the root chakra returns constantly to the family system in which you were born and or raised. It is also about community. It is also about clan, culture, and nation. It is about how you feel about the culture in which you're born, the religion, the nation, the state, the community in which you're born. It has everything to do with this. Recognize that all of these things, this immediate set of imprints early in life, the beginning of your life, they all occur before you make any. The second, or sacral chakra, is about exchange, energy exchange, money exchange, creativity exchange. It's about meeting the other and responding in some way, being stimulated by relationships in various ways. It is about money and creativity and sexuality, and it's about understanding yourself in terms of how others see you. So there is a very important aspect in the second chakra of being willing to receive reflection from others. As we explored in the Root Chakra MP3, you need others. You cannot evolve on your soul's journey without the input, reflection, argument, doubt, questions of others. Now, the root is the foundation, and we always start with the root. In all energy work and all meditation, in everything, we build up from the bottom. All of the chakras are important, all of the energy centers, all the experiences that will fit from your life into these various categories are all very important, but the root is always where we begin. So if you know in the root chakra that you're safe, then you can, in the second chakra, develop the confidence to listen to others, exchange with them, live with them, be with them, give them feedback, and receive feedback, and you can say yes and no when it matters. One of the core second chakra affirmations I use is, I'm willing to say yes please and no thank you when appropriate. Now that, in fact, is a bit sneaky because most people don't know that they can say no or that they should say yes. Most people, when asked to do things, think that they'll be mean or selfish if they don't do them for the other people. Somebody needs something from you, and who are you not to be kind? That person needs it, right? Isn't that being loving? And as we'll continue to explore in the third chakra as well, the next MP3, identity plays a huge role in each of the lower three chakras. In the first, in the root chakra, it's who you're supposed to be because of the people and places you come from. In the second chakra, it's who others may expect you to be, or how you may shape your expectation of yourself in terms of what you assume others expect or require or demand of you. Whether they have asked you for something or whether you perceive they might or could, the second chakra identity is through relationship. So to be empowered in the second chakra, you have to listen to others. You have to know how they see you. You have to be willing to share with them how you see them, but understand that they are in your life for a purpose. You are in their life for a reason. And sometimes you or they, through the dynamic in question, are manifesting something that you're vibrating under the surface. So one example is, if everyone says to you, you're not lovable, are you willing to have that be true? Perhaps you have a doubt that you're lovable, so you manifest other people to say you're not lovable. So what you are vibrating in any chakra will draw other people to you who say it seems to be true. So if you think you are the greatest person ever, you will vibrate other people to you to tell you that. If you think you are a loser because you made mistakes, you will draw other people to tell you that that's who you are. And so in many circumstances, what you learn about yourself from others is not true, but it has something true in it. It's important not to take literally everything you hear. Don't believe everything you read. In this case, don't believe everything you hear about yourself from others. Many, many things that people have said to you about you, or how people have treated you that seemed to make a statement about how they think of you or feel about you. The third chakra is the seat of personal power. It's also called the Solar Plexus. It is above the navel in the belly. In the third chakra is stored the self-image you use to power your life. The fuel that you burn as a person, how you conceive of yourself. If you respect yourself, if you judge yourself, if you fear, if you regret, if you have shame, if you feel guilty, these can be the images that are in place in your third chakra as self-image. These can feed how the rest of your life goes, what choices you make. In the second chakra, we make choices based on our experience of other people. Seeing us, we see them. They respond to us, we respond to them. So in the second chakra, we respond to external situations and people and make choices. In the third chakra, we make choices for a very different reason. Either because we like ourselves or because we don't like ourselves. Going back to the root chakra, this notion of definition that runs through the lower three chakras. In the root, it's who I am because of the people and places I come from, what they expect of me, what I should be. In the second chakra, an individual tells you who you should be or that you should not be who you are, or has particular expectations of you that you for some reason take seriously. So your identity can come from either of those two places. The third chakra is where you define who you are. A great affirmation to get to in the third chakra is, I alone define who I am. There's no defiance, there's no chip on the shoulder. I alone define who I am. It puts the responsibility in my hands. I define who I am. But that can be hard for a lot of people. It will bring up some difficult things in many people. So what I suggest working with on a regular basis in the third chakra as a empowering affirmation is, all of my choices are based in self-respect and lead to self-care. I'm going to repeat it. All of my choices are based in self-respect and lead to self-care. Just as I said in the last MP3, let's draw a line in the sand. All of your previous relationships have functioned to show you where you are in the process of self-love. Now in the third chakra, draw a line in the sand because all of your choices have been expressions of free will that have taught you about making choices. You are not the sum of your successes or failures, your victories or defeats. You can decide at any time to like who you are and to view all of your past choices as fodder along the path of a divine being to learn while living as a human what it means and what it costs, what it feels like to make choices and deal with the consequences. So if you like yourself or you don't, mostly that will hinge on what you elevate as true about who you are. Are you your generosity of spirit? Are you the kindness you show to children and small animals? Are you that volunteer work that you do? Are you your intelligence? Are you the choices you've made? Are you the money you have? Are you the position in your community or Career group. Are you the title or the letters after your name? Are you the person who's not responsible because you didn't do this thing?